This video will highlight the additional value of FortiAI within Fortinet's FortiAnalyzer product. FortiAI is a generative AI security assistant that uses FortiGuard Labs' high-fidelity security data and is continuously monitored and improved by FortiGuard security experts. Administrators can use the FortiAI Assistant to answer questions and get help with configurations using FortiAI's advanced natural language processing capabilities. FortiAI can be used in FortiAnalyzer for an incident investigation, response, and threat hunting. The assistant can interpret security events, generate detailed summaries, identify potential impacts, and make remediation recommendations. FortiAI can simplify platform usage with natural language prompts. For example, the assistant can create complex database queries, generate reports, write event handler and correlation rules, and execute many other FortiAnalyzer functions during typical workflows. FortiAI can be accessed from the following areas in the GUI of FortiAnalyzer. The FortiAI module on the left side of the menu. Also, the FortiAI icon in the top right banner from any page within the GUI. In order to use FortiAI, FortiAnalyzer must have a valid FortiAI license. FortiAI license information can be viewed in dashboards, status, and the license information widget. We'll click on the AI Assistant and we'll select the first prompt, what can I do with FortiAI? Here are some key items that you can do with FortiAI: log analysis and visualization, event monitoring and incident management, compromised host identification, quarantine actions, performance monitoring, security reputation checks, and event handler creation. For the first prompt, we're going to ask FortiAI to give me a summary of all the latest security incidents that have been detected. Here we can see a summary of the latest security incidents. You can get an overview, some key details, endpoint alerts, the alert categories, and the analysis and recommendations for this summarization. Next, we'll ask FortiAI what are the top threats and destination IP addresses for the last 7 days. Here are the top threats over the last 7 days. I want more information about this specific threat right here. So I'll ask FortiAI to give me more information around that specific threat. Show me more information on the threat name Win32 Gencrypted. So here FortiAI has now shown me the specific logs related to this security threat. Here we can see the files infected with malware. We can see that for this action, it was blocked. Next, we'll ask FortiAI to do some reputational checks on a specific IP address. Here, FortiAI has queried FortiGuard for additional information on the risk metrics relating to the specific IP. The security concern for this IP address is associated with the malware sinkhole and has a high degree of confidence of being a malicious indicator. At this point, I could block the IP address, I could monitor the network traffic, I could update security rules on the firewall, and then I could update incident response. Next, we're going to ask FortiAI what security incidents have been created in the last 24 hours. What items on my network within the last 24 hours have been deemed to be security incidents? Here are the security incidents that have been created in the last 24 hours. I'm going to select this one right here. I'm asking it to run an incident report on that particular incident to give me a summarization of what happened. Here we can see the incident report here. So we have a description of the event and we have recommendations. And then I can download the report if I want as well. Now that I have a malicious IP address, I want to find all of the traffic going to and from this IP address. Can you create an event handler connection to the malicious IP address 10.88.210.100? Here we can see that the event handler has been created, and this will now track all log patterns going to and from this malicious IP address. Next, I want to view a pie chart of the risky destinations that were accessed. Yes. So these are the two destination IPs that connected to risky destinations last week. Now that the chart has been created, I want to see the chart. So FortiAI created this for me without me not having to know any SQL. So this was the data set that was created. So FortiAI wrote this SQL query based on my prompt, asking it to create and show specific data. This demonstration of FortiAI has shown how it can summarize security events, highlight top threats, perform additional threat research on specific indicators such as IPs. It can run reports, create event handlers for identifying specific traffic patterns, render visualizations and create charts, and then from there, they can be added to reports with the user having no knowledge of SQL. FortiAI uses generative AI to assist security teams to make better decisions, rapidly respond to threats, and save time on even the most complex tasks. FortiAI is seamlessly integrated into the user experience of FortiAnalyzer SecOps product, to help optimize threat investigation and response, and much more. Thank you.